Get ready to match the stars. Nipsey Russell, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Susan Sullivan, from Family Feud, Richard Dawson, and from the Bob Newhart Show, Marcia Wallace, as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM. And now, here's the star of Match Game PM, Gene Rayner.
Hello, Johnny O. Thank you, friends, for joining us here. We're going to have a grand time because we have a bunch of grand people here.
Indeed, we
Aren't they
have.
grand? And now I ask you. Yes, they are a grand bunch.
Good thing it is your grand old time.
Let's say hello to our two players here, Chief Harold Wilson Jr. and Judy Hamilton. We'd like to find out a little bit about each of you before we begin. Judy, anything you care to contribute will be deeply appreciated.
Thank you. I'm the mother of 3, the grandmother of 1, which I'm trying to teach to call me sister. I like
Good
to
idea.
snow ski, play
Yeah.
tennis, and I'm a real estate salesperson.
Nice to have you with
Nice
us.
being here.
And good luck to you, Judy.
Thank you.
Now, Chief, what about you?
I have a wife and 3 sons. And
I don't quit now.
don't quit now?
No.
Okay. Gene?
Now, wait a minute. May I just see what this is? I've never seen these before.
Okay.
They're beautiful. Now, what does that depict?
Those are dolphins. That's a symbol of qualification in submarines.
Oh, yes. You're
And
a
it's-
sonar fellow.
Sonarman, that's
What's
right.
the deepest
sonar.
you've ever been under the ocean?
Well, in excess of 400 feet.
That's a military secret. How
Absolutely.
far beyond 400 you've gone. Now, here on Match Game PM, each of you will have 3 opportunities to match as many of the beautiful people as you possibly can. The one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner. We'll go on to play that big money super match, which can pay off over $10,000. Here we go. Now, Judy, we'll begin with you and ask you to choose A or B.
B, please.
B it is. Here we go. Now, you've all seen the Thanksgiving Day Parade, have you?
We have
sure.
indeed.
You've seen it. You have those big 50-foot high balloons of fairy tale characters. You remember seeing all that? Well, this year, the TV commentator said, "Here comes the Snow White balloon, and I can hardly believe it. Snow White is blank."
Snow White is what?
Snow White is blank.
Good gravy, Marie.
Right. Now, we'll come over here to Judy Hamilton. Now, you've seen the Thanksgiving Day Parade, haven't you? They have those big
Certainly. Who has?
balloons of all the fairy tale characters. This year, the TV commentator said, "Here comes the Snow White balloon, and I can hardly believe it. Snow White is blank.
Naked.
Naked." What's wrong with that? That's not a bad answer, is it?
No, I would expect it to be naked, but you see, the parade comes up Lenox Avenue
Yes.
in Harlem.
Yes.
I can hardly believe it, but Snow White is black.
Oh. All right, we got one black Snow White.
Now you see, Nipsey got it wrong.
Why?
They went to black because Snow White was naked.
Oh, naked. That gives Judy one. Charles?
Actually, it's Black Butt, played by Diana Ross, so we get a good movie.
Right. So we have 2
Parade.
black Snow Whites and 1 naked Snow White. Susan, show us your Snow White.
Oh, okay, for a grandmother. Oh, God love you.
Hey, naked. All right, that's 2 for her. I can hardly believe it. Snow White is... black. All right, so you got 3 of those so far.
I could hardly believe it myself. Black.
Black. Okay.
And beautiful.
And
2 for Judy, and now, Chief, we've got this for you. It says, the lady said to the bald man, she said, "I don't care if you are Alan Funt, get your candid camera out of my blank."
The lady said, I don't care if you are Alan Flynn. Get your camera out of my blank.
Get your candid camera out of my blank. Put your thinking cap on now, and just look over there, and give us an idea of what you think they might say. The lady said to the bald man, I don't care if you are Alan Funt. Get your candid camera out of my blank.
Bathroom.
Bathroom. Okay? Okay, Nipsey, you're
I
up.
keyed in on the word bald head, man. Get your candid camera out of my bra.
Oh. Well, Alan Funt is bald, isn't he?
Yes.
As a cue ball.
Right.
Now, I can't stand it. I have to know, what is the difference between a chief petty and just a plain chief?
Chief Harold Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Is one
See,
better
that's a
than the-
difference. I'm a lieutenant.
What's the difference between what?
Yeah, a chief, like if you were Chief Petty Harold or Chief...
Well, there's a chief petty officer, and there.
There's petty officers, and there's chief petty officers, and there's officers. And a chief petty officer is about as good as you can get.
Is that you?
Is that what you are?
That's the
Right. Are you going to show us your answer?
Tell Richard to stop rolling his eyes at me. I said, doesn't match cleavage.
I don't care if you are Alan Funt. Get your candid camera out of my
That's
cleavage.
the place between...
Yes, I understand. The place between the... Yes.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could take you-know-who for a ride on the submarine and then... You know what I mean?
Fire one!
John!
John!
But, wait,
Wait, there's more?
it was in the shower head.
Okay. All right, Susan, we come to you. I don't care if you are Alan Funt. Get your candid camera out of my...
Toilet.
Toilet. Okay, 2-2, score tied. Do you untie the score?
Any friend of Flipper's is a friend of mine.
Right. There it is, 3-2. Yes, ma'am?
My goodness. Could have sent 2 kids to college in the time it took to get to the 6th seat. But it was quite a bit of human interest, Brett. I enjoyed it.
I still didn't understand his answer.
Bathroom.
Okay. So there we are, 4-2 the score in favor of the Chief, and now we've got this for you. Here it is, the home version of the match game. Each of you and all of our other contestants will receive one by airmail. Okay. Now, here we go to round 2. Let's see, Chief, you're ahead, so we'll ask you to go first.
A.
A. Gotcha. Paul said, I'm not sure I like going out with Wanda the Witch. On our first date, she turned my blank to stone. Let's see, you play and you play. And that is it.
I a little white, Dave.
Susan Sullivan is seen on ABC in a wonderful show called Having Babies.
Yes.
Is that it?
Right. I don't have them, I deliver them.
You deliver them?
Yes.
Oh. Come over here to the Chief. Let's see what you can do with these two. All right, he's finishing up. Paul said, I'm not sure I like going out with Wanda the Witch. On our first date, she turned my blank to stone.
She turned my lips.
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 She turned my nose.
No. Good response, Brett.
He talked an awful lot. I said she turned his tongue to
Tongue.
stone.
Well, Chief, you didn't
all right.
score there. Let's see what Judy does with her second round question. Now, there are 4
Stop
people.
rolling your eyes at me.
Nipsey, Charles, Richard, and Marcia will play. The preacher said, the groom in that last ceremony really robbed the cradle. At the end of the ceremony, he didn't kiss the bride, he blanked her. Now you understand about these things since you've already admitted that you're a grandpa.
Yes.
The preacher said, the groom in that last ceremony really robbed the cradle. At the end of the ceremony, he didn't kiss the bride, he blanked her.
He burped her.
Burped her. Okay, Nipsey, what do you say there?
Yeah, the bride was so young, her breath smelled like pablum.
Burp. Okay, Judy, you're up to 3. Chuck, what do you got there?
Oh, burp.
A burping. 4-4, the score is tied. Now, Richard, we come to you.
El Burpo.
Hell Burpo. Judy's up to 5. Yes, Miss Marcia, honey.
Ms. Marcia?
Yes.
Burp.
Burpin'. Oh, look at that. He's got them all. Now, Chief, she's matched all 6 of our celebrities, and that means you've got to do a little catching up. The best you can do is achieve a tie, and you'll have a choice here of A or B.
Let's go with B.
B it
Hang in
is.
there.
All right. Nipsey and Brett again.
Si, senor.
Old Lady Purvis said,
Well, boy. At the old folks' Olympics, Mr. Periwinkle ran in the race for 101-year-olds. Well, but he was disqualified because by the time he crossed the finish line, he was blank.
Disqualified because of the...
Mr. Periwinkle ran in the race for 101-year-olds, but he was disqualified because by the time he crossed the finish line, he was...
I'm finished. You don't have to go through it again.
Okay.
I'm through. I'm finished.
Old Lady Purvis said at the old folks' Olympics, Mr. Periwinkle ran in the race for 101-year-olds, but he was disqualified because by the time he crossed the finish line, he was...
Dead.
All right. Now you got to match them both to achieve a tie and stay in the game. Let's see if we get a couple of cadavers out of these two. Nipsey?
Well, when it said finish line,
Yeah.
he was actually finished.
That is it. 6-5 to score. Now,
Here comes. You've heard of the proverbial doorknob, or is it nail? Dave.
Dave.
All right.
Tie
All
score.
right.
So here we are with a tie, and we'll tell you what happens when we get a tie right after you hear about this. Now, here's what happens when we have a tie. First, we have to wipe the slate clean and get rid of all of those numbers and push the button here, reveal one tie-breaking question for each, and the one who matches the most celebrities will be the winner. And Judy will ask you to go first. You may have A or B.
I've got to go with B.
B again. All right. Tiny Tom Thumb said, I have a pet flea, and today's his birthday, so I bought him a blank. I'll give it to you one more time. Tiny Tom said, Tiny Tom Thumb said, I have a pet flea, and today's his birthday, so I bought him a
Dog.
a dog. It's a good answer.
Nothing so touches the heart as a flea and his dog.
A flea and his dog. There's one for her. What do you got for us there, Brett?
Remember that old song? Look at that little doggy in the window.
Okay. That's 2 for her. Charles?
Another dog.
All right, 3 dogs up there. Today's my dog's birthday, so today's my flea's birthday, so I bought him a dog, according to her. What according to you?
Well, according to me, a flea collar.
A flea collar. You bought a flea collar?
Well,
Not only his birthday, but his death day.
Yeah.
Very bizarre way to treat a pet. El Doggo.
Dog. 4 for Judy. Now, Marcia, my dear.
Gene, first of all, I'd like to say that I think it's just disgraceful the way you treated Susan about her answer, which I thought was extremely correct and very astute. Collar.
Okay. So, Judy, you picked up 4, and now let's see what Chief does here. Chief, 4 for another tie, 5 to win. The marriage counselor said to Fred, Fred, when I told you to bury the hatchet, I didn't mean to bury it in your wife's blank. The marriage counselor said to Fred, Fred, when I told you to bury the hatchet, I didn't mean to bury it in your wife's
Head.
head. All right. He said head.
Chief Harold Wilson is with our Navy, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I see. Head.
Head it is. He is not the enemy. What do you got to say?
I say you've got to work real hard to get ahead.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Or be pretty like me.
Oh, God.
Another one, all right.
Love your gardenia. All right, Susan Sullivan. He says, I didn't mean to bury it in your wife's
Head.
head. Oh. At this moment, we have a tie score. One more head will win the game for the chief.
Guy's name?
Fred. You remember Fred?
Yeah, he sort of lost his head, I guess, and so did his wife.
He did, indeed. That means the chief wins the game. What's that, Marcia? In net. Okay. Congratulations to you, sir. There you go. Hang around there for a minute or so. Judy, it was a pleasure to meet a beautiful
Great
grandmother
show.
like you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Some gifts coming your way. Judy Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Chief, here it is all for you.
Absolutely.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, I'm as ready as Freddie. Let's go.
Listen, here. Freddie was in the last question. We're going to give you this big money super match now. You can win over $10,000 here. And to do that, we're going to have 2 audience matches for you. And I want to point out, whatever you win in this audience match here, you'll multiply by 10, and that'll be the final dollar figure you'll be playing for. Not too long ago, we polled the studio audience in this very room, and we said, you write down your best answer to this. Blank duster. Blank duster. If you match the answer they gave us most frequently, you get $500. Then for matching the second most popular answer, $250. And then for matching the third, $100. And 3 of the 6 beautiful people will help you.
I think I'd like to call on Richard first.
Something I use in bondage. A feather duster.
Oh, you rascal. All right.
Nipsey.
Something we used to use down on the farm, a crop duster.
Crop duster.
And Susan.
Mop duster.
Mop duster. Choose one of those or give us one of your own. What is your pleasure? Mop duster, feather duster, crop duster.
Gene, I'm going to stay with down home and go with crop duster.
Crop duster. Where are you from again?
I'm from, my roots is Mississippi.
Yeah, they use crop dusters down there.
Absolutely.
Don't they? All right. We want a crop duster. Let's find out if we've got one up there. May we see the $100 response? Plymouth duster. That is the name of an automobile.
Oh, yeah.
A Plymouth duster.
Wow.
All right. Let's see if we get a crop duster out of the $250 number. Yes, we do. Congratulations. Good. All right. Now, just for the heck of it, let's see what's up on top. Feather. All right. Now, you got $250, and that means the least you will be playing for is 10 times that amount, or $2,500. So you're not wiped out completely here. Let's see how much more you'll win with your second audience match. Go. Blank Goodman. Blank Goodman.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Richard.
Dodie.
Dodie Goodman.
Ah, yeah.
Nipsey.
The old clarinet maestro, Benny Goodman.
Benny Goodman.
Charles.
The great former governor of New York, Ed Goodman. Big Ed Goodman. That's it. Big Ed Goodman. Go ahead. Prove I'm wrong.
Okay.
1931 to 3.
Now take that. It's a winner.
No, it was Governor Lehman in those years. Anyway.
Lee Goodman
So you
and
have
Todd.
Governor Goodman, Benny Goodman, and Dodie Goodman. What is your choice here?
I always loved Benny Goodman. I'm going with him.
I did too. Right. All right, let's see if we got a Benny Goodman up there. Let's go down to the bottom and reveal the $100 response.
Mark Goodman.
Wrong name.
Brother Mark.
Now that's, you see, now what I must say, it's a common mistake people make because our leader's name is Goodson, and people
he's a good
sometimes, yes indeed, and sometimes people confuse it with Goodman, and they said Mark Goodman because he is a well-known figure. Anyway, we are looking for Benny Goodman. May we see the next one, please? Dodie Goodman is Richard's answer. That's up there. I think that's a good omen for you, pal.
I hope so.
May we see the big one?
Come on.
Yeah!
Don't come over here.
No kissing. Listen, you've won another $500. Multiply that by 10 makes 5,000. Added to the previous 2,500 you won, you've got a pot of $7,500 to shoot for. And we want to give you the money, but you've got to match one of our celebrities before we do.
Richard.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Stand on the
abandoned
dot
ship,
there
huh?
and face me if you please. Left face. I mean right face. Good luck to you.
Got a hand
Here
on
we
it.
go.
They're
Right.
going back.
Blunt blank. B-L-U-N-T blank. Blunt blank. Now, Chief, give us the answer that Richard has written on that card. We give you $7,500. Blunt.
Remark. No. Oh, I know what I was going to say now.
You change your mind. Yeah,
It's
too late.
It's
See,
too late,
we,
Chief.
we've got to use the first answer you came out with, which was blunt remark. But you say instrument is what you wanted
Yeah.
really to say, but all
Yeah,
right.
that's what everybody
Richard,
wants to
blunt
say.
remark is his answer. He says that'll match you for the $7,500.
Instrument.
Instrument.
Yeah.
But
You said it a little too fast, but listen, it
Yeah.
wasn't a total loss, Chief. You got $750.
Hey.
Good luck to you.
Thank
Thank you very much. Now we've got this for you. Gene Rayburn here. Goodbye.
Some contestants will receive the new Amana 28-inch wide energy-saving refrigerator with 2 inches of foam wall insulation in the refrigerator section, 2.5 inches in the freezer section from Amana, the energy-saving people. And the big, tough, dependable Maytag dishwasher, giant capacity with 3-level washing action that gets big dish loads really clean quietly, and nobody builds them like Maytag. And Recorder Call 80, automatic telephone answering system, voice actuated with remote control that plays back your message from anywhere in the world. And TrueTest Easy Care Latex Flat Enamel combines the flat finish of latex with the scrubbability of enamel exclusively from True Value Hardware Store. And First Alert Smoke Detector by Pitway. Pitway has made over 1 million smoke detectors. Families everywhere trust First Alert for early fire warnings. And Gum Out Carburetor Cleaner. It helps keep your car free from slow starts, bucking, and stalling in the tank and on the linkage. Gum Out helps make your car a smooth performer. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game PM. A Mark Goodson, Bill Trotman production.